Hello and welcome to another Stack for Stack game. This time we are on Bloodmoon. Team 1, we have a almost tournament team in the making here. Heimars, Bongi, Chair, and Scrubbus. In Team 2, we have this could probably be a tournament team. I don't think they're actually playing the tournament though, at least not some of them. Dudlard, Hunter, Rom, and Quiz. This is a very experienced stack all around. And both sides have played a lot with each other, so this is going to be a very interesting game. Chair's been talking a lot about their new ANS team comp, so I'm excited to see what that will be. Taking a look at the deployment here, we have OSP split pretty evenly. One ship going for maybe two ships going for the natural, and then pretty even split between B, C, and A with assets ready to deny them. Looking at ANS, pretty much the same thing, except there is another formation here in the top left. Probably playing the strong side, so they could rotate over and try to force OSP to rotate around the other side. But looks like all teams have assets ready in place to deny the three neutrals. Aside from that, I don't really see anything too crazy. Yeah. I would say this is a pretty standard deployment for both teams here. It will depend now on their specific team comps. With my 90 FOV here, it's a little hard for me to see the exact ship start deploy, but that's kind of a self-inflicted problem, so we'll take a look when we jump in. It looks like Team 1's already all readied up. Team 2 is trying to figure their stuff out. Except, it looks like everyone's already deployed. Maybe they just forgot to hit the button. Alright, trying to look here. We got lots of liners. At least 2 liners going to B. Liner. 2 monitors. 3 monitors going for A. And top of the map, we have more liners. Probably this tug right here might be an EWR LRT. For ANS, we got Beam DD, lots of Beam DDs. That's all the rage right now. These Beam DDs, I'm going to guess, are 500 point Beam DDs, at least 450 to 500 point Beam DDs with nothing but Blanket and Bullseye. Very cheap, able to punch up into 1000 point OSP assets. This makes them very good. And just fully relying on soft kill to not die to missiles. Alright, let's take a look here. Burning in, we got a monitor? No. What? There was a monitor. What is this formation? Oh, this is a rail. It's a rail CC. What is this monitor attached to it? Huh. This is a weird formation to deploy in. Oh my god. Nice. Okay. This is probably like a 400 point MDMN paired with a 1000 point rail CC. That's very funny. This is a very old style build. I think I saw Dud use this in the last tourney. And then paired with it is a full-on 450 liner. And I'm guessing this is the tracker. Yep. Hunter running 450. No, wait. These are not 450. These are C81 casemates. Plasma casemates. And then a bunch of shuttles. Quiz running 450 liners with Bloodhound, and then Rom running liner MN half cap. Bongi, dual CL, double beam DDs. Heimars, beam DD cap fleet. Chair, CL, and are these the same fleets? They are. Alright. So 2 CL beam DD fleets, and Scrubbus running the single anchor fleet for ANS. BLS2. I'm guessing these are SDMs in case of OSB carriers, although I don't know why you would try to run carriers, because this one BB will deplane 48 bombers. At least maybe a little less. Maybe like 40 bombers at 90% PK.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
No yub on either side, so that means that the naturals are unpressured. I guess that's good for both teams. They're only sending... Well, that's good for ANS because if this sprinter got yubbed, there's no assets nearby to actually cap it. Meanwhile, Rom, anticipating the incoming Nat Yub, throws 3 shuttles onto E to secure it. Not a bad idea. But no Yub's coming, so that's alright. Aside from that, we got cappers moving into positions, not yeeted onto the point. These are all moving into positions that are ready to take the points, but not, well, not in threat. But I think Rom messed up his angling here. This might get beamed. What's ranging here? Almost 6, probably at 7 kilometers right here. Rom needs to get into cover. Oh, Rom, that's the wrong way to go. This will get beamed.
The enemy secured zone eclipse.
Meanwhile, I don't think this. Yeah, they're all diving from cover. Ah, there's the beam on A. This is a misplay by Rom. That didn't need to happen. Although at least they know the beam DD is there, but you should have already known there's a beam DD there. There's a beam DD on every single point, probably even 2. All right. So this is interesting. Scrubbus getting found very early on by the LRT, just getting swept. You just take the LRT and sweep across their entire open space. You'll pick up any capital assets. You don't need an EWR. And with the LRT on the BB, this is not ever dipping out of line of sight, at least not from this position. And you're going to get nailed by rails and an MD. This is going to be annoying damage, but it's damage nonetheless, starting from the very moments of the start of the game. So this is going to add up over time. HIMARS, this is a little aggressive HIMARS. You haven't cleared A point yet. I guess they're going for it, A and B, but these are all, they should be denied. Did Rom mess up here? No, I don't think this thing lives. Yeah, this is 2 liners with the gunfire. That's just stacking. I guess you're gambling away the shuttles. I don't think it's worth it. Although this one might cap it in time. Wait, what? These are missiles. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. It's dead. Alright, so that shuttle died for free. Well, actually, it baited out a bunch of torps, which is very funny. No, wait. No, these are going for the CLs. That's also very funny. Hammer's DD also caught in the open, getting shot by 100 mil right here. I don't think that's in range yet. Actually, no, Hunter is in range. But Hunter will just seclude themselves just in time. Very well done. Meanwhile, taking a look at the torps, I don't think they're going to connect. Although these are only flak, so... Oof, okay. That's really funny. Hunter brought a bunch of torps, and these CLs, and likewise, the CLs for Bongi only have flak on them. This is going to be a full soft kill check on their end, otherwise they will get destroyed by the torpedoes. B naturally gets denied. You have 2 liners watching it, so the spinner also died for free on this side. Although, Hunter... I don't know why Hunter threw this shuttle onto B. It might have been a shuttle thrown onto just to hold it, because they weren't sure they were going to deny in time, which could be a good move if you weren't confident that you would be able to actually kill the spinner in time. The other spinner on C also dies for free. Yeah, there's a lot of ships that die for free so far. And speaking of dying for free, Scrubbus is getting railed still, but you can tell that Beebs is still quite resistant from this. I mean, this much damage on the cannon feels pretty bad this early, because you're only going to be able to repair this up to about 10% health, which is around like 50 HP. So this is pretty good damage from the rail, and most importantly, it's forcing this BB out of this position. And basically you're ceding this entire left side, the A side, to OSP without any help from the 450 liners here. Successful chaff and dodge from the cruise torps. That is a very funny. How many does Hunter have? 24 from each of the liners. Ooh. Alright, Hunter closes in range of the BB. Meanwhile, Quiz's liner gets beamed by Cher's DD here. Cher need to be short this. Cher, you need to be short. There you go. And Quiz, you need to shoot this. You have it on track. Alright, there you go. Oh, 450 AP is loaded, but 2 guns worth is probably going to do it. I don't think these are going to land. Are these thermvaled? No, they're just waked. Yeah, this DD's gonna die very soon. Losing the reactor. Oh, that hurts pretty early because that knocks out the bullseye. So Terra can't get a lock, and now this is getting railed. Power play on that goes down, and most importantly, the beam is losing more and more health here. Gets MD'd, red, this thing's gonna die. Yep, there goes to gray. You have one restore left, but you have to pick between the reactor and the beam, and that's not a good call to make because without the reactor you don't get FPAs. Oh, I missed this. I don't know much needs to be said here. This thing just got shot to hell. 450 liner this close, well, two 450 liners this close, probably got revealed by the pike here and just gets absolutely ganked. Although, the beauty of the beam DD fleets is that there's two more beam DDs in offset locations, fully dispersed. I don't think they know this one's here. They know this one's here. Is this bear to target? No, wrong way! Oh no, misplay from HIMARS here. This DD dies. Ooh, a free kill. Meanwhile, Quiz on this flank, dispersing his liners. Very nicely done. 450 locking the BB into a bow tank this direction, and then Quiz flanking on the far right with the liner onto the flank that's BB. Nice. Love to see it. All the meanwhile, this rail is pumping away, putting debuffs onto the BB, locking down the DC teams.
The enemy is securing zone Comet.
Yeah, with the rail, one thing that's very helpful is that even though it doesn't really do much damage, you're preventing them from going flank damage, because if they go flank while getting railed, the DC teams are going to go all for these little crits, and your Tharsis are going to take a massive more amount of damage than normal. Ooh, this is a very clever shot from C point through the C hole. That's well done. Okay, that's a good angle. But I think Hunter's moving fast enough that they will occlude this and get more plasma onto the BB. Really, I wonder if the OSP knows what the team comp is. They know they have BB, they know they have 4 CLs here, and they probably can assume the next one's a DD cap fleet, so they probably should have all of ANS's ships locked, or clocked right now. The beam DD from earlier repairs his beam, beams Hunter. No B short. Hunter's pretty hurt here, although 3 restores remaining, loses the MLS. Put the plasma onto this, and just a few HE rounds will knock it out. Yep, there we go. Red and gray. This DD is now out of the game. Meanwhile, the dispersed beam DD net works out here. Rom catches the first DD from, or second DD from HIMARS, but the third DD from Bongi catches Rom completely unaware. This is going to put quite a bit of damage in, but unfortunately, one beam DD is not going to be enough before the 450s turn on target and absolutely obliterate this thing. Yep, one salvo, beam goes out. Yeah, you need about 2 DDs at once to secure a kill. But, you know, you have enough DDs to do that, typically. More torps out from Hunter on the right side. Catches HIMARS' first DD here. With this gone, they should be able to make a play for A. I think Rom might be a little too wide here with his monitors. He probably should have cut in a little more as Hunter goes for the flank, but yeah, these are going to connect. Oh. They won't connect, but it shouldn't really matter. Getting shot at this range by plasma liners will get you killed, especially by monitors with C90s. Alright, these are Acela killers. Going on to Quiz. Won't be able to do much to stop that. I think one of the heck pieces clogged. But Quiz should be able to just tank this thing. Oh, wait. How did... What? There's no LDS on this?
The enemy secured zone Comet.
There's no large DC storage. Interesting. That is very interesting, because normally you have a DCX, and then on the other side of the ship you have an LDS, then you could chain restore everything back up. Anyway, Quiz is structure broken, and with no restores, that actually does hurt quite a bit. Oh, Scrub is just getting attrition down here. Shot by the rails. DC teams are always going to be occupied. And then having to dual Quiz's other 450 liner here is going to be quite problematic. Hunter dips back in to repair a little bit, but I think he's out of range to engage Scrubbus here. No, it should be in range still. Maybe they're just repairing. I mean, to be honest, Quiz doesn't need to take this fight. Quiz should ideally back up. They're about to get the 3 cap. You should just leave. Taking fire from 5,000 points of assets here. One liner. Not that great. Rom still flying around down here. This is a good position for him to be. His voxels have very limited movement that they can really pull. Like, the rotations are very hard right now. You have a full liner and monitor group on the left, and two liners, although one liner is probably going to die here very soon, on the right. And then, of course, OSP is set up on this C point. Scrubbus making the right call about tanking the 450 liner. This is the most threat to the BB. The Rail and MD aren't going to do significant damage here in terms of graying stuff. It will red everything like this, but the 450 is what's going to actually kill the BB, so that's what you want to be about tanking.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Well, I mean, you can't bot tank at all. You have crazy crossfire. Scrubbus will die here soon. This is actually the ideal case for OSP and absolute worst case for Anus frontline. This is this is a triple crossfire. Holy cow! You don't see this every day. This is disastrous for Scrubbus. And getting plasma on too. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely beautiful if you're playing OSP. This BB is going to die very soon, and the voxels here are not going to be able to get much value because OSP just killing them. This is 300 points. Not even 300 points yet. A lot of this, the reason that OSP can do this, to be honest, too, is that a lot of these beam DDs did kind of die for free. At
the enemy secured zone eclipse.
Worst case for these beam DDs, they should be ready to trade against half a liner, right? So 2 of these DDs versus 1 liner, you should go even. If you do that trade, OSP will be out of liners very quickly with just the massive amount of DDs brought. 8 beam DDs were brought here, and if you trade it efficiently, that should be 4 dead liners. And, you know, I don't see 4 dead liners on OSP. Yep, Scrubbus is dead. I wonder if these torso connect. Likely not. Scrubbus turned off his engines. Actually, he doesn't have engines to turn on. Good soft kill. Let's take a look at the CL. It's untouched. Pretty good dodging so far. Oops. Rom is doing just fine. It's Quiz. Losing the Sun Drive, losing... Oh. No restores left. Lost his mag. This thing's out of the... Wait, does he have a second mag? Oh, he does have a second mag. Why put the mag there? Not having power is an issue. So you're powering the entire thing off this single light reactor, plus this can't actually power... I guess he just turned off his radar? Yeah, he did. So I guess with your radar off, you can power everything. I mean, I think this is pretty much over for ANS. Too many assets are dead. And a lot of OSP is still quite alive. And these CLs aren't just don't have enough time, I think, with the 4 cap here. Especially with the BB out of the game and, well, this many liners still left alive. Yep, there it is. GG's. We'll take a look at the battle report here. I really like Dud's fleet. Rail and MN, all as cheap as possible. This is a 450 point, actually this is kind of expensive. I guess it's probably the cheapest you could get it. MD liner and a Rail CC at 1,100 points. So this together is worth about 1 CC's worth of combat power. Then pairing it with a almost 1,200 point 450 liner adds just a little bit more frontline capability, and then of course you're locking. So this, I really like this fleet. Allows you to skirmish in the black that against ANS capitals in a way that liners normally can't. Hunter with the plasma. I mean, he got a lot of they got a lot of plasma hits, so that's always good. There's only one capital to do that with. The torps were very funny to see, but I don't know if those actually got value. Shuttles, quiz, one liner dying for the cause, other one dealing quite a bit of damage with the flank. Rom, Rom barely took damage. 16k off one of these liners, catching I think at least 2 of the DDs by itself. That's very well done. And then the monitors are completely untouched. Meanwhile, yeah. So here's the problem, right? This DD died at 6 minutes, 0 damage done. Only 3,000 done for this, 5,000, 3,000. This one, oh, there's still an unactivated beam DD. Yeah, the beam DDs did not get their value here. They needed to beam a lot longer. 21 seconds on target. This one was 11 seconds on target before they died. Yeah, just unfortunate for ANS. And also for HIMARS, losing 3 captors off the rip for free is not great for your cap fleet. And then Scrubbus, yeah, just tanking a bunch of damage, but really can't do much when you have Dud here shooting you from standoff range. But GG's, on to the next.